So I didn't actually realize that the Portland Trailblazers are projected to have 2 lottery picks in this draft, which is actually highly interesting. 2024 NBA draft got a lot more interesting for, of course, Portland Trailblazers fans. Again, I did actually recently just do a official 2024 NBA mock draft where I do highly recommend you guys go and check out. You get to see who I have all the teams selecting. But in that video, I did go over who I think the Portland Trailblazers should select with both players, which I will be showing you guys, of course, today. Again, before we do get into that, I would just like to say that, of course, we are going off based of NBA standings right now, which do have the Trailblazers having the 5th overall pick and the 14th overall pick, again, at the time of making this video. So if you go on in the comments and be like, well, actually, the lottery has happened and the Trailblazers won and they got pick 1 or whatever, right? Let's just theoretically say that happened. Please don't, because again, at the time of making this video, the lottery has not happened. We're going based off standings, which does have them selecting with 5 and 14. So I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into it. The 5th overall pick now, we have the Portland Trailblazers, and I hope everyone forgives me if I pronounce this guy's name wrong, because I have heard about 18 different pronunciations of, in my lifetime of this dude's not only his last name, but his first name. But that's actually Martez Bazilis. Now, this guy is also playing for the G League Ignite, which does look like it probably won't be a thing next season, I believe. But again, that's still elite competition having to play in the G League. There is a ton of really good players in the G League, like Sharif Cooper, who just aren't NBA level, but are elite of the elite basketballers in the world. And that's the competition Bazilis has to really go against. Again, this dude is a 6'10" small forward who is an extremely, I think, big wing. I've seen some people say this dude could possibly play a bit of shooting guard. I'm not exactly too sure, but considering this guy's got great handles and elite court vision as well, he is great with the ball in his hands. And one of his big, I think, notable things about his play is when he's on the court, the ball movement and the flow on offense looks absolutely crisp as well. Again, he's played on the ball a lot. A lot of people are actually comparing him a bit to Michael Porter Jr., bit of like a prime Gordon Hayward as well. Really good offensive player, just like those guys. Again, really smooth and promising 3-point shot that could be absolutely elite in the NBA. Again, some of the question marks on this guy is some people are saying, will he just be an elite role player like what Michael Porter Jr. has become? Or could he maybe develop into being what like Gordon Hayward was when he was that all-star kind of caliber player? Again, he does have a bit of a thin frame, pretty skinny kind of guy, but again, get him in the gym, get some KFC into this guy or something, I'm not too sure, and I think he will definitely bulk up for the NBA as well. This dude is just really awesome to watch on offense, though. Like, just watching him space the floor with his 3-point shooting while also being elite with his ball handling when he does have it. Of course, the flow of offense when this guy is on there as well, and just the ability he has, again, with every offensive tool, being a nice floor spacer. I still think this guy can develop into being a pretty good shot creator, like what Michael Porter Jr. and Gordon Hayward has well. He's really good all-around game. I think he can find the right player and be a nice playmaker as well. That kind of coincides with the good ball handling that he does have. I also think he would be a pretty good player, though, to add to this Portland Trailblazers team. Again, I saw somewhere the other day that said that Scoot Henderson actually broke the record for like the worst plus minus. A lot of people are saying he's the worst player in the NBA. I really do disagree with this, and I think any Portland fan worrying should not. He's going to be hopefully a really good player in the NBA, and Bazilis coming into this team I think makes a ton of sense as well. Being a really good solid role player who can help boost this offense on this squad. And Scoot Henderson kind of rolling with him and maybe being his playmaker would be a really awesome sight to see. I can just imagine right now Scoot Henderson driving, getting into trouble, kicking it out, and you have Buzelis there right on that 3-point line. Jeremy Grant also potentially there next season as well. I think Grant and Buzelis could be a pretty good 1-2 punch at that 4 positions. And look, there's bright spots on this Trailblazers team. Duop Reath looking like a really good player as well. DeAndre Ayton getting better and better as the season has gone on. Again, I think it just give this Trailblazers team some time, a couple more trades here and there, and I think this rebuild might go a little bit quicker than what a lot of people do have them at. Again, it might take another draft or two, but I think Buzelis kind of adds a lot to this team and helps boost, I think, their offense and potentially makes Scoot Henderson an even better player than he already is. Now, with the 14th overall pick, we do have the Portland Trailblazers, who, again, previously I did have them selecting Martez Buzelis, who I think can be one of the best players in this class. I've seen some people even have that guy at pick 1. I had him going at pick 5 earlier, obviously, to the team. But with the 14th overall pick, I will have them selecting Jacoby Walter out of Baylor. Again, this guy is a great 3-point shooter, which I think they desperately need in this Portland Trailblazers team. He's being said to be one of the best in the whole entire draft. He's a decent shot creator who has a ton of upside in the NBA. He's got a great motor, really competitive defender who some believe could turn into being one of the best defenders in this draft class. A very, very good player if his development does pan out. Again, he's a 6'5", 6'6", I believe, shooting guard wing, who I definitely think can add some nice scoring for this Portland Trailblazers team. Again, if you're looking to use him as a point guard, completely forget it. Reports say that he can't handle the ball really at all, and he does struggle a lot as a playmaker. He just really, I think, has that, I think, ability to be a good role player in this NBA. A player like KCP, who he's compared to, who KCP does not get enough credit. A starting wing for the Lakers in their championship year, a elite defender who can shoot really well as being a championship player for the Denver Nuggets. That man is what you want to be if you want to be a role player. KCP being severely underrated for his whole entire career thus far. Again, Jacoby Walter, if you can ask this man to come in and do what KCP has done, guard the shooting guard, guard the small forward position, while being an elite 3-point shooter on this Portland Trailblazers team, it fixes a ton of the problems that they have. It says Walter is the prototypical 2 guard who has size and great tools to be a high-level talent in the NBA. He is a skilled shot maker with deep range on his jumper and a very good shooting form. He has a really smooth release and puts great rotation on the ball. His outside shot is the most intriguing NBA skill he has. Again, as I said, Walter, he's not exactly the greatest playmaker. Ball handling can be a question sometimes. But as I mentioned earlier as well, he competes on both ends on defense. He doesn't take plays off and is always the most aware defender on the court. He has the tools to not only be a good defender, but a great defender, and should really convert over to the NBA. He's a pretty good athlete, maybe not NBA standards, but again, KCP, some might beg to differ on him as well. And I just really think he could be what KCP has kind of become now in this league. And that's really all you can ask for. A lot of those players are making a ton of money. We just saw Grayson Allen re-sign for like $20 million the other year, which is, yeah, the other day, sorry, that's a lot of money. It was like 15 to 20, and that guy does a lot of things really good. Elite shooter who has definitely improved much more on defense. Jacoby Walter just needs to come in with the mindset that I can be a great defender in this NBA while also being a very good and capable shooter. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below, guys. What do you think about this official 2024 NBA mock draft lottery. Again, highly recommend you guys go and check out my previous video where I do, of course, do the top 10. That way, again, you'll see who I have all the other teams selecting with higher picks. Again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for all the latest sports content and news. My gaming channel, MIRO/long channels. Links for them will be in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.